Hello, all you beautiful Cancers. This is your tarot reading for the dates of April 30th through March 6th. And for you beautiful Cancers, I'm actually drinking some water on camera because this will remind you of what you need to do. You don't drink enough water. So good for you. Good for your complexion. Okay, so, and that's water. I have a Five of Cups card here in the past, and the outcome of your reading is Six of Water. So there you go. So, let's start. I see an ability to take yourself way too seriously that you hide from people. And you always feel like it's on you. The responsibility weighs heavily on you. And I'm going to remind you what to do. When you're drinking your water, you need to let that go. See yourself as a pipeline down to the universe. Let that responsibility go. And I'm going to do the same thing right now. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see here. I want to look at what you're dealing with. Okay, pat crosses you best you can. Six of Wands. Yeah, so basically there has been a lot of activity around you of late, and something happened when it made you go into freeze. You froze, and then you redirected your attention, and you're making the best of things. But energetically, it's still affecting you. I don't care how you're displaying that or not displaying that outwardly, it still affected you. And sometimes you Cancers, you need to admit that you even need help if you're willing to accept it. So you have to answer that question, are you willing to accept it? I'm to say that there's a lot of joy for you in the future, and something about a trusted friend once told you, something about reaching out. All you have to do is reach out. Like, that's what Jesus would say, because I do this overall message for all the signs, and I refer to him a lot because he really likes to help people. You don't even have to be religious to understand what I'm trying to say, that for people that have a really hard time reaching out to people. Anyway. Something about you need to look at your image of well-being and update that in present time. What's well-being look like for you? Oh, actually, for a person, it's being happy. And I like to counsel people that happy image is probably a good one to hold in your mind, because it does tend to bring to you exactly what you visualize is what you bring to yourself. Somebody's disgusted with themselves because they felt like they did something wrong. and couldn't have warded off something. And then, yeah. But then I'm supposed to say, but then nothing happened. So really, you didn't do anything wrong. Nothing happened. Nothing bad happened to your immediate circumstances. So, c'est la vie. Somebody is lighting the candle at both ends, and somebody's a wise counsel, somebody wiser than myself is saying, perhaps you just could take 15 minutes for yourself a day. You know, sometimes it's easy to grab 15 minutes here and there than it is to grab a half an hour, if you're really that busy. So, 15 minutes, time it, put it on, you know, put your alarm on, and give to yourself in 15 delightful minutes. And then I'm supposed to say, is life about self-preservation? I'm not. Okay, let me go with that. Something about aging gracefully. It's more important to feel joy than it is to. Anyway, I'm just gonna go there. We already got the whole. And then relax about the money. Relax about money. I think that's good counsel for everybody. You need to relax about money. Money is not everything. When I read clients, one of the Supreme Being's hellos to people is, you have to live your joy and your passion, and then the money follows. Because the bottom line is, you can't take a big stash of cash with you. The Egyptians thought you could. But you really can't take a big bag of money with you with a great big dollar sign on it, right? So remember that. And so 15 minutes of joy, it's worth all its dividends. And I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. When you need to reawaken your passion, sometimes you have to dig deeper. Like, since it's so important, if you needed to dig a good well, you'd have to go down deeper for the fresh water. It's kind of the same concept, that if it's really that important, then, the same thing for a really good house. It's like they're telling me that you would have to use, sometimes you want to use seasoned boards. I really don't, to make the kind of house that somebody wants that has value. So, investing in quality time is where you need to go. And maybe it is all about you, because it looks like you, dear Cancer, are one of those people that doesn't have me time and maybe you need to be shallow, like I told maybe you actually need to be shallow. And or maybe you need to look at what it is to be shallow, like play with that energy for a while. And so like male energy, if you're a male out there, you need to run your male energy. You need to, males are not, it's not that they're shallow, it's just that they look at the world differently. They don't do, they just be. They're just being. They don't do, think deeply. They just are, they're being. So looks like somebody needs to run some male energy and just be. Just like be. And let themselves be okay with that, and then, you know, when they have to go back to work or whatever it is, then they're going back refreshed. And see how easy it was for me to take a deep breath? That's kind of what you need to do to your cancers, is sometimes just learn how to relax. Relaxing, the fine art of relaxation. Crack your back. Crack. So I also tell all cancers that you really need to take better care of yourselves. Sometimes a cancer puts too much effort into being cool, to having their valence shined up. Here's your valence. Well, I don't want to be looking like I'm doing something. You're shining up your valence, and it's like a shoe. Like if I had a shoe, then here's your shoe. All right. Don't look at because I'm not advertising. But you're polishing the shoe, right? This is your valence, and you're devoting so much time to shining your valence that you forget to take care of your inner self, your inner being, and your vitality gets affected. So again, I'm going to do what some of your cancers need to do. Oh, I'm supposed to hide that label. Oh, hide the label. It doesn't exist. And so it looks like some vitamins, and summer's coming, so potassium's really wonderful, but you need to balance it with the other minerals. Potassium, calcium, calcium, magnesium, and some zinc and some iron, and that's just a start. So maybe read some good books out there devoted to nutrition. That'd be good for you. And anything else general about cancers? Good food. Mock up eating good food. Looks like, for some reason, I'm seeing flatbread. A flatbread. What's in it? Oh, spreading it with hummus or something. So that's actually good for males, by the way. Anyway, so you need to look at pampering for you males, and what kind of, and pampering for men is not the same thing as pampering for women. For women. So I want you to be extremely good to yourselves. It's important for you to experience some joy, because it looks like you had a situation that kind of shook you up a little bit. So you need to reassure the body that it's alive, and devote some well-earned me time, because you're doing so much attention to your valence, you're forgetting about the real you that really needs. And I just saw mint chip ice cream, so I'm a vegan, so I don't eat mint chip ice cream. So you get to decide what kind of mint chip you want. So anyway, thank you so much for allowing me to read you. It was a delight doing this tarot reading. And until next time, bye-bye. Blessings to you for the week. Bye-bye.